Hey everybody, welcome on back. It is time to see if I can make this work as road bed. Just let me clean up this mess a little bit here and then we'll have a nice clean space to work with. There we go, that's a lot better. Now a wise man would say to disconnect the wires and then pull it up, drill no holes, put the wires back down. However, as much as I agree with that, I'm thinking I'm just going to cut a notch on each side of the foam and then just run it in. So just kind of like put the first piece in and have the second piece in the back, set it in and close it down. Because even though if I were to pull them out and drill a little hole and put them back through, the fact remains that when white glue is going to get in there, it's going to glue that up anyway. So that'll be another hassle for another time if I ever have to tear this apart, or if I pass away and my family has to tear it apart, or somebody else does, just to help sell it all. Which would be sad, but hoping somebody gets enjoy of it when I'm gone. Anywho, let's begin. Measuring tape. Where did I put that measuring tape? I think what I'll do is I'll cut this strip here first, because I got connecting wires here. I'm going to do this bit. So I'll measure this and then set these all up. I don't know, I'll figure it out. So let's see. I need a strip that's about, let's just say we're going 2.5 feet, or sorry, 3.25 feet. 3 feet and a quarter? Oh no, wait a minute. Didn't count for that in there too. Yeah, I'll cut a strip at 3 feet. And I know they're tapered. I'm gonna say maybe an inch and a half. No, I'll do 2 inches and cut it down from there. What did I say? 2 inches. Well, I can't go the full 3 feet. Okay, that's all right. So I couldn't find the X-Acto knife, but I did find these pair of scissors, and I've never tried scissors on this board before, so I'm going to make history today to see if this passes or fails. I mean, they're kind of working. No, I gotta find me a knife. It's gonna be hard on my knees real fast. Let's just line this up best I can with what lighting I have. There we go. Actually, I should probably make a few more of these. I got this one as a template. And I'll do it this side. Now this is where the fun truly begins. I'm gonna have to take into account the diameter there. I may just even leave it flat. I'm not too sure yet, but I think it's gonna work out okay. So first things first, how far back it is to the set of wires. Working at 14.25 inch. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. It's not quite the same level height, but it definitely will work. Even with a bit of an incline like that. I can always shimmy something else underneath that too at some point, I suppose. I have plenty of scrap wood here. I could shim underneath that. And But the question is, should I make a piece for here? I probably should, shouldn't I? There we go. Not looking too bad. So I'm thinking, we'll glue this down first, so it's done and out of the way. And once the glue is dried and settled, I will trim these back, because I want to have something to put some weight on, right? And like these will be slightly elevated no matter what I do. So get the glue underneath, press these in. And for that, I'm going to need some soup cans. Let us pray the dollar store glue does the job. So like I said, I'll do this section all up first and see how things go. Pretty around. And for those veterans watching, I'm pretty sure the trick is to put this down first and then track on top. In my situation, I'm just like, okay, let's just get it over with. Getting tired of hunching over this lower ceiling basement. Alright, I'll leave that alone for a little bit. Come back in a few hours and see how it all looks. So it's been a few days. The engine yard is looking great. However, during those few days, I've been fiddling around and I designed a new power switch board for the engine yard. It's coming along pretty well. As of this recording, I have ordered more of these switches to put together here. I don't know if you can see that well on camera, but yes, it is pretty rough. There's some chip pieces missing, but this board's been in the basement a while and it's kind of left a little bit from moisture, just a little bit from sitting on the floor. But yeah, I will clean this up, fill in some of the gaps there with like some wood glue, put like a bunch of wood glue in there and just smooth it down with something, and then yeah, we'll paint it up. It'll look fantastic. However, my biggest question now is, how do I mount this to my bench work? I got two options I can think of so far. The first one being is doing it this way. Alright, so this way is kind of still trying to minimize things here. It's upwards, but there's not a whole lot to screw into. So I have to bring it, I would have to bring it down to about, yeah, the wires be in the way. So that'll be like the highest it'll sit. Or option two is I bring it in, just covering that up. And once more, not pull out the screw nail too, but I could put an L bracket here and a flat bracket on this side. Well, you can't see my hand, but here's my finger there over on this side. And mount it in that way. And that way we know we have even more space, while a person could sit here and operate switches if they had to. However, even before all that, I want to see if these connections are working, because this is the 1-ply or whatever it is wire from China through Amazon, and I don't know if it's making proper connection here. I was going to solder this, but then they kind of got really stuck. So I'm going to actually test all these wires first before I even go even further with this, and just kind of like slip these over these edges on here, and then turn them on one by one and see if I get power. Because if I do, perfect. If not, then I'm gonna have to reroute all these wires and just probably hit the hardware store and get some trailer wires, because this stuff may not be suitable for what I'm doing right now. However, in the meantime, I did add this and this and this piece in, and everything's going in great. That's all stuck in there good, which is fantastic. And the nice thing is this dollar store glue does dry really clear. I did have to pull this piece out to correct this because it was catching on the turntable, because I forgot to shift it back just a little bit, which is something I made sure of for this one and this one and this one. We had clearance. But yeah, just a little bit of muscling out, got it out, and surprisingly, it didn't tear off the paper sheet. So this glue is working well to bond to the table and to the tracks, but I think it's more so in between the rails where it's getting some gloopy glue into. But that's okay, as long as it holds it there. And also, I got a new toy. I have picked up a nice, lovely T-square. It is literally that tall. This goes to what? 47 inches, made of metal, probably aluminium, whichever country you say it from. It is currently Monday, August 11th, my birthday, so happy birthday to me. Anyway, this week, there's still a big burn ban on. We're not allowed to even be in the bush with an axe. Somebody in Truro almost burnt down half the town, mowing as long as his blade hit a rock, right, in their yard. I mean, really, if you know that rock's always there, dig it out. But even then, no mowers, no ATV trails, nothing. And, well, that's how dry it's been. So I've been puttering away at this all day. Got the switches in, all the panel work is done. If I have to make one design change, I would make it 6 inches deeper, run individual wires down to, I'm gonna grab one here, like a smaller version of these guys for each row, and then separate for the power, and then run more lines, because I kind of got a bunch of long lines underneath. But that's okay, it makes it very easy to service. Now, I'm going to find out if all this was worth the effort. So, black wire, red wire, and I got this going as 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3. And we'll see this little Barkman RS4 powers up. Really? Well, let's try another track stall. Okay, that one's working. That one's working. This should be working. It was working before. I wonder. So it might have popped loose. Anywho, let's continue. That one's working. 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 Also working. 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 This can't be good for the coder, but okay, not working. 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 Let's try this one again. Alrighty, so 2 out of 14, not bad. So this one's not working, and that one back one. Let's see if we can troubleshoot this. That track stall was just a loose connection. So there's power going to the wires. If I pull the wheels off it, there's no power. How odd. Well, I figured out the problem. I started to pry this up. I did break a piece of the track tie off of this side, but that's okay. But if I put some pressure here, I feel like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch with the record player. Anyway, the problem is this fish plate. I accidentally grabbed one of the older fish plates here, and yeah, that's all it is. There's just no contact between this rail and this rail. So I'll put the screwdriver down, right? So instead of trying to wreck all this, I'm going to just put a little bead of glue on this side of the track rail. I didn't even solder it. I don't think you see the little piece sticking out, but I did able to jam a piece of very fine wire in there. So what I probably should do is do this for like a little handle. There we go. And if I plug this back in, we should have full power to the rail again. That's all reset. Black, red. Presto! All the sidings now work. Now to wear this back. Did I just jinx myself? Anywho, let's get a can to super help hold this down again. Please no. And as you can see by my row of tomato cans, we are making quite the lovely progress. Thank you everybody for watching, but alas, I must end the video here. By the time you're watching this, it's the last Sunday of August, and I'm taking September off to visit my folks out in central Canada. So that means my slow snail progress will be done here for now. However, big milestone, the turntable's all repowered again, with all the switches. I do have to go and adjust the wires on some of them before I go and mark down the numbers for like track 1, track 2, blah, 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 blah. I mean, sorry, not track 1, stall 1, stall 2, stall 3, stall 4, etc. But yeah, coming in, not November, October though, I'm going to be taking out all this foam and making something new out of it, along with another project I've been meaning to get done. And with it, the help of my power tool, I'm going to bring them back with me from vacation. Yes, I still have some stuff at my dad's place that will hopefully all fit in the boot of the car. Excuse me. Till then, folks, have a happy fall and keep cool, because we're still under a, well, I know the town nearby is under a water watch. We had a fire watch. We had 2 guys set off fire bombs. That was fun, but my house is still here, thank goodness. New Brunswick, they got a lot more fire problems there. They're like, somebody sparks something somewhere and it's still continuing to burn. Hopefully the Trans-Canada isn't closed off, but I do pray that those people in that area are out of there and safe. In the meantime, we'll see us all later, and keep safe.